It would have been on probably my second day that I was there. I responded along with my preceptor, the person who was there to train me. We responded to a code blue. Now, code blue is usually when somebody has a heart attack or basically stops breathing. We ended up actually at the cancer center, and it was a young woman who was going, as they would say, was coding. She's a young woman who apparently had just had a child 2 weeks prior, was obviously had cancer, had come in for treatment, and was now having an event, right, a code event. And just the look on her face, right, because it was so distressing. It was heartbreaking because she just kept crying out for her husband. You know, her husband wasn't there at this point, but she kept crying out for him. And I remember watching this, right? Because there's not much you can be done, right? She's surrounded by hospital staff at this point. They're trying to keep her calm while they're working on her, right? And she's not doing any of this. I remember thinking just how helpless I felt in that moment, right? It was very distressing. I found out later she had actually passed away from this. And I guess this was probably my first moment of dealing with tragedy and its aftermath, I guess. But part of the job is that you're going to experience the vicarious suffering, as we often talk about it, right? The secondhand suffering of those all around you, right? And this is part of my job to this day. I will have to be with people who are going through some of the worst moments of their lives. And that's going to be a daily occurrence for me, and yes, that's going to take a toll on me as well. We talk about the dramatic moments, but there are also the really good moments. People do pull through, right? People do go home. People have the baby, right? Sometimes there are some beautiful moments. And sometimes the good moments are what we call a good death, right? Somebody is passing away. But we have the family and say, okay, this person has had a really good life and they've been loved and everybody loves them and there's nothing left between us. We've worked it all out. That's what we call a good death, right? And so for that, I want to say thank you, St. Boniface Hospital. This is the place where I first learned what it was to pray for somebody else. I first learned in this place what it was to sit with those who are dying, to comfort those who are mourning, to be with those who are lonely. Right? This very much was the place where I learned what it was to become a full human being.